In the bottom left, it is Gumiho. And in the top right, it is Cure. Playing for Team Liquid, of course. Team Liquid had a very good post recently on their Twitter. Ooh, that was a little bit off. And they were talking like they want to support their StarCraft division specifically for many more years. So that's at least 2, as we were talking plural there. So that's very good news for StarCraft, at least that Team Liquid is going to keep their roster alive and professionally active. They have a few very nice players indeed. Clem, of course, the reigning world champion. They have Cure, they have Skillis, they have Hearthstone did go to Championship Rebellion. Who is on Liquid? They have Mana. I'm missing a few. I'm happy if someone helps out, but I wouldn't mind if you just leave me hanging here. Yeah, they have very good line of players, of course. So quite happy to see that those guys are gonna get supported for quite a while longer, and they will hopefully still dip their toes in StarCraft and any RTS. Kyogami is interesting. Yeah, it is. It is also a very interesting matchup because Cure is one of the best TVT players in the world, and Gumiho, I mean, he is one of the most random TVT players in the world. And like Gumiho, I mean, late 2024, he won that Home Story Cup, right? So he won TVTs against Clem, and he won TVTs against Maru. That tells kind of the state he is in, right? Wait, how did you get the subscriber badge at this point? Did you subscribe? Why isn't it showing for me? I don't know why. But if you did subscribe, thank you so much. Yeah, Gumi is very much on point in this matchup currently. He has been beating up the best in the world at this. So, and he has been looking really good in that. So yeah, there you go. I mean, he beat Clem kind of 3-0 in that matchup in a best of 5. I think he beat him 2-1, and then Clem played Protoss in the last map, and then they had a rematch in the grand finals, and that was where Clem played all Protoss. But in the end, Gumiho managed to beat Clem's Terran and Protoss in that tournament, and he of course had also a best of 5 against Maru where he won 3-2. So I mean, who else to beat, right? That's the best 2 Terrans in the world, unarguably. And if you beat both of them in a tournament, in best of 5s as well, it's definitely to your own credit. So Pure would be, in my opinion here, at least in form, is the underdog right now. Can he manage to beat Gumiho, who has been looking so powerful in this matchup? You think Clem is gonna main toss now just to make a point? I don't think so, no. I think he just likes Terran too much. He enjoys Terran too much, in my opinion. When you see him play Terran, you see actually the joy behind the plays. And I feel like that's something very unique to a player. Like, if you see Maru, you see kind of the cleanness and the resilience, but you don't really see the joy in the plays. If you see a player like Björn, you see the joy. You can kind of see the joy in how the army moves and like how things play out, and then you can see like, oh yeah, he's enjoying himself now. And that's something you can also see with Clem, and I feel like that's something you only see when he plays Terran. It doesn't, you can't see it when he plays Protoss. So it's a very personal thing, and it's a very subtle thing, but I think he will never main switch to Protoss just because of that. Because he's not gonna be happy. as weird as it sounds. So now Gumi is gonna make one of his weird drops. 2 Hellions and 4 Marines, I love it. And 1 Hellion and 2 Reapers in the front. So he wants to split the attention here. And if Kyo puts everything into main, this is quite some firepower here. So he needs actually a lot of units in the main. He's gonna come into the bat natural here. And this is where the main damage should happen. 2 Reapers, but the Banshee is gonna be here to defend. The 2 Reapers, they need to deal some more damage. Only 3 workers do go down, and the main was also pushed back. We didn't take a look at the trade, but we will look at the units lost. So in the end, he only kills 2 Reapers. And yeah, it's not really that good of a trade. The Banshee coming in clutch here. Defending that natural. Just good enough. Banshee DPS is really good. Now Raven Cyclone here to try and snipe whatever they can get, but it's a difficult snipe because this is a strong set of unit. Banshee, Cyclone, Hellion with a Reaper, a tank, a Raven. This is looking good for Cure in my opinion. Maybe he has potential to break Gumiho here. We do not have... Oh, we do have interference magic from both players, excuse me. Now Banshee is coming on to try and harass, but I'm not sure if I like this. He's just losing HP. He's trading against energy at this point. He killed one Marine, okay, yeah, give it to him. But I don't feel that was a good move. He tried to harass, but I feel like if you do a frontal push, you have that potential to break. Because there's only one siege tank really. You had that interference matrix, one is sieged up, the other one you can potentially kill with the Banshee. I don't know, man. I think like this is a wasted opportunity. He had that lead and he's not utilizing it. And bye-bye. Now, this is quite a bit later here. Gumiho was jumping ahead in economy and he has the command center already finished up. It's already morphing. Now this was... Oh, was this scene? I think yes, I think he saw the medevac leave. Now, does he see it come back though? That's the big question. Oh, he loses the Banshee. That's a big one. We didn't get the confirmation on that drop, but oh, he's actually gonna fly it out now. Now, Gumi is utilizing a lot of scans, but he has those scans. He has that extra CC. It's already done, man. Look at this. Look at how slow this is. Oh, is the tank gonna scout it? No, he misses this. There's nothing to see this. There's actually a tiny hole. But Gumi is just gonna fly in. Marines dropping out, of course. No stim, nothing yet for those Marines. And Cure. Cure is playing this extremely risky. Okay, so let's talk what Cure is doing. Cure is making 2 starports. I've seen this before. You play very Viking heavy and then you go into early Ravens and then you transition into tanks later. And then you play it as mech. Gumi is about to finish his bio upgrades. He already has that bio infrastructure. And if he figures this out, I mean, he can just go across the map and break Cure. And he sees the infrastructure. And he's like, wait, where's your army? Oh, it's here. Oh, that's your army? Oh, I have stim. Yeah, actually, I can just kill you. You can potentially just kill him with these Marines, man. Ah, the Viking sniping that one is quite big, though. So the Marines are gonna not have that stay power. But this is already, what, 16 SCVs? It's a full mineral line. They could even walk away. They could just run away. And he delays the command center, man. I mean, that one timing that Cure had for the push. Definitely a big mistake not utilizing this. I mean, look at this. He has that third up. He's already transferring workers. This isn't even an orbital yet. And now Ravens coming in, utilizing some of that energy just because they kind of have to, but this is exposing the Ravens as well. Now he can just box them in with the Vikings. This is so many Vikings. He has stimp Marines as well. Now Gumiho definitely a little bit kind of wasting a few SCVs in my opinion. Now I like the counter drop on that auto turret. He loses a few units weirdly to those Ravens. And those auto turret was. It's so weird. Now he's just gonna box them in. And I feel like with this push here, this should be kind of the last ditch effort. And I don't think it's gonna work. Look at this spread. Combat Sheet's gonna finish during the fight here. Too many Marines, too many things happening here for Gumiho. And Cure has no chance to come back in this one. Gumiho is gonna take the first game. Quite easily, honestly. Like really, really strong showing from him. Cure was playing, like, looking like he was outclassed in that game. We were on ley lines, right? Yeah, I think so. Them is good. It is indeed. And of course, Lamb is someone who enjoys. As all of the other Terrans do. In the bottom left, Gumiho up 1-0. Looking in shape, yeah. And looking very fit to take the series. In the top right, Cure. He needs to kind of get things rolling. He didn't look sharp at all in that last game. Even though it was kind of obvious that he tried to like make a very powerful move with that starport transition and the third base, but that one drop really threw him off, made him basically all in with that situation, and It just wasn't enough. Oh, here we go. Top right, Cure. Bottom left, Gumiho. Of course. Of course. Today I have to unfortunately stop the stream a little bit earlier than usual because I have a little bit of an appointment later on. Oh, this is great! Oh, look at this, guys. Barracks over here from Cure, barracks over here from Gumiho. Barracks in the main, barracks in the main. Even the position is the same. This is cool. Can we mirror this more? This is where I need like a split screen and have both show and finish up at the same time. Boom, it finished. And it finished. Ah, this is so funny. Can't believe it. Now both players of course rallying to the front. Now who's gonna be getting that edge? Is this gonna be a draw potentially? Both players playing this exactly right, the same, and we do see Cure's Reaper gets the first hit here. Gumiho though he's just gonna progress here. And is he gonna lose that Reaper? Oh my god, that's huge. He loses the Reaper, but his own Reaper comes into the main base. And now Cure has potentially the edge. He can just defend with a Reaper and SCV at home. Defend with a Reaper and SCV. Yeah, he loses an SCV, but he does get that first hit. And Gumiho needs to defend now. Now, Gumiho has nothing at home. Is he gonna fall apart? Maybe he has one Reaper here. He has one Reaper and he needs to defend Reaper SCVs, but he loses the Reaper. Such a good start here for Cure. Wow. Can't believe it. He gets the lucky end there just because his Reaper was a tiny bit faster to that bush. And, oh, he does lose one Reaper though. A little bit of a mistake there. Could have kept that kind of back and get that region up and running. He already was kind of following that Reaper, so he know where it was actually going to. Now, can Gumiho stabilize though? He still has a lot of production. He's producing Reapers from the faraway barracks to get extra units back home. And he has a few Marines here at home. No, don't chase with the Reaper. And he has that high ground. He's gonna throw down commands in it. Kind of at the same time. It's not that different here. And he's gonna start that. Oh man, yeah, that's the play. That's the play. That's my boy. That's my boy. Oh, he even kills it. Now, of course, he's gonna die, but that was a great play. And the barracks is gonna come in. Is he gonna steal an add-on? Oh! Add-on exposed! Add-on exposed! No, he doesn't see it! The grenade is cheating. Oh, he sees it now, but he's too late. Now, Gumiho is producing Marines, by the way, from this. He wants to kill us again. And then SCV is waiting for this. That's so funny, man. It's just making SCVs here, Marines here. Now he's trying to kill that SCV again, and Cure needs to pull SCVs to repair this one. Oh, he loses it! He delays this another one. Oh, he should just lose this guy. Oh, can he kill one more? No. And of course the Reapers are coming in at the same time. Oh my god! That potentially a big hit here. Does not happen though. Oh, he did only make that one. He should make one more, yeah, and kill this. It's worth it. If you can trade a Marine for an SCV, why not? It's definitely worth it. And he did get a couple of delays, so I really like that one. He's not gonna try and steal any add-ons, unfortunately. He's gonna just walk that barracks back. This barracks is gonna fall to the Cyclon and Marine here. I feel like you should have sent this in the main base. Oh boy, Banshee speed. Wow. Here we go. Love to see it. That's definitely something interesting, yeah. Love to see it. On the other side, of course, the standard Raven opening with that interference matrix. I wonder if he goes for Cloak as well, It's not that necessary, but it does help. Why speed is better is just because of that Raven. Now you can't really attack the Raven, of course, with a Banshee, but the Raven can detect you. And if you are detected, you cannot break those lock-ons anyways. But if you can get out of that range with the speed, well, that's a different story. You can swing in, snipe a few workers, go out again. So, and if you have, what's it called? Oh, Gumi is going Mac, by the way. If you have Cloak in addition to this, then you can kind of go out of range or go out of the vision range and then Cloak. So it will even break that lock-on a tiny bit earlier and dodge that last missile. Even if the missile is already shot, if the Banshee does Cloak then and the vision is not there, the missile will not connect. So it can potentially help you in keeping these Banshees alive just a little bit longer. I think it's interesting that they still use the floating racks for scouting activity, but unlike in Brute War, SC2 Terran will still produce Marines past early game defense. Well, Marine is way more powerful in StarCraft 2, right? Do you know the the video that Nice Username made? If you would put in StarCraft 2 Marines into Brute War, how that looks? That was insane. They were so freaking overpowered, it was mental. Now coming in with the double Banshee here. And yeah, as I said, man, it's really good. This speed, I love it. I love to see people do this. It's just so powerful. You are so mobile. And it's really difficult to catch up. If you have no stim, if you only have one Cyclone, it's really hard to actually catch these Banshees. Even Vikings cannot really... Oh my god, what a great deny. Even Vikings can't catch up to those Banshees. Even if you have them, you can only kind of just zone an area. But they could still come in, snipe something, and go out again. And he's gonna kill an Hellion. Hellion for a Hellion, man. These Banshees are doing so much work. Look at that, 6 kills, 3 kills, and he's going into the main. He's gonna kill a few more workers, and he's just gonna walk out. This is why I want to see more people utilize speed instead of Cloak in any matchup. If you go Banshees, man, it's so good. Look at this. He's gonna lose one though, because it was a little bit sloppy now, but that one's gonna get away. Oh yes. Dropped supply deploy. Now, Cure is going into Stim, but he's already down in supply. This is such a big lead again for Gumiho. He's making his 4th base on location. He has an engineering bay here, weirdly enough. It's an interesting position for something like that. Speed greater than Cloak, agree, yeah. I feel like a lot of people still need to figure that out. Cloak has that kind of big potential, of course, if there is no detection, hey, but that's a gamble, right? And the speed just guarantees you that microbility. Now this is some big damage here onto that 3rd base of Cure. Can he kind of keep that safe? Can he kind of push this back? Could have potentially sniped that base with 3 Cyclones. He does not have those Cyclone upgrades great yet. Definitely a little bit of a mistake in my opinion. He's going very siege tank heavy here. There's a few Ravens, he needs to evacuate this area for now. And Gumiho at the same time still poking across the map. He killed 9 SCVs and he's still not done. He's gonna lose the first of these Cyclones though, a little bit of unfortunate situation there. He's only on 2 factories, man, only making tanks. Now going into a 2nd starport very early. Gumiho playing Gumiho things. And an armory. He's just making tank Viking. While not even making the Vikings. Now Banshee here again. And no more Marines, man. Look at this. And he can just out-micro the Marines. It's so insane. Look at this. He has more range, I think. 6 range. How much range does he have a Marine? 5 range. So you have more range. If you stand perfectly, you can outrange them. And he gets away. It's free damage. I love it. Now Viking is gonna get killed here, but a few medevacs do also fall. And yeah, superiority does go to Gumiho at this point. He has a bunch of tanks, man. He's unbreakable. He's going into Battlecruisers. This is Battlecruisers. Look at this. This is BC. You can't tell me anything else. No, that's the one. This is the fusion core. That's the one. He's gonna lift this one. He's gonna swap it with a factory. He's gonna make Hellion tank. And he's gonna go Battlecruiser. Go, do it, do it, do it. Now this might be only 1 BC, but I think it should be BC. It's Gumiho after all. We're talking about here. Going 3 base Battlecruiser. Battlecruiser, whatever. It's gonna be Gumiho's insane Gumiho build. No, he needs to rotate his tanks here. He needs to put up a siege line. This is 4 tanks currently here to only 2 sitting there. I mean, he has a really long siege line. I kind of like this, actually. Look at this. He's shelling at him from everywhere. It feels like there's no way, no real good space to engage. There we go. 1 starport battlecruiser, 10 minutes. And now he throws down 3 armories. Ah, you love to see it, man. This guy is a man of my taste. Trying to push in here in the bottom, but the siege line is just, it has depth to it. Now, still, there might be another forced evacuation, but he has so many tanks. He just made so many tanks. He can just hold this. And it's so difficult to really push in. You feel like, oh, I broke a tank, now I should be able to. Oh, I broke a tank, now I should be able to. And there's a couple of tanks behind it, each and every time. Now, this is the last 2 tanks here, but they're trading so efficiently here. And he's just evacuating this area very, very early. Still has 1 tank sitting here in the natural. Please, run a little bit further. Run a little bit further, Gumiho. Please, you can't do it. And don't lose your Vikings. He's gonna lose these SCVs. That's a little bit of a mistake, in my opinion. Could have kept them alive if he would have run them a little bit further away. Oh my, he's just making command centers at the point. Who needs infrastructure if you can make command centers? Now, Q is really struggling, man. He's like, alright, I have finally 3 bases. I have finally 4 bases. Let's get that up and running. And then this guy comes in. And he's like, wait, what? 1? And there's only 5 Marines. They can't kill a battlecruiser. He doesn't even care. He's shooting at the tanks. This is so great. Now he's gonna walk it across the map. And he's gonna potentially teleport it back home. Still has a bunch of workers, so almost 80 workers. So he doesn't really need to reproduce any. Can he snipe that medevac with the tank inside? No, the tank is gonna get dropped. Now, of course, Marines being healed is something different, and there's a bunch of Marines now. They have +2. The battlecruiser still needs its armor. How much armor, base armor, do they have? They have 3 armor, man. If they get to 3-3, they have 6 armor. That's... And a Marine with +2 does only deal 2 damage to them. That's actually quite insane. Now, Liberator's also coming in here. When Gumiho is playing this so technical. He needs a few more tanks in this position, though. I feel like, yeah, you need to abandon this. You cannot hold this. He's trying to hold that with the 1 battlecruiser tank. Oh, he has a few tanks here on the high ground, actually. Doing a bunch of damage there. Oh my god. So much damage here from the high ground. Man, this tank setup is really beautiful. He's really showing how you need to utilize tank lines in TVT to kill bio or make it super cost inefficient. Now he lost that command setup. He has more. He has more orbitals. He already made 3 extras, so, and he has that extra base to transfer to. He's playing this like a Zerg, man. He's 1 base ahead of the Terran. I love this setup so much. It's so beautiful to see this. Need a defense matrix. Yeah, I feel like you kind of need to break this with D-matrix, but then he already has the Viking superiority, so you need to really transition into that heavy air style as Kyo. You already need to get that upgrade stuff going, but Gumiho is so smartly playing a triple upgrade style. He's going into upgrades for ground and air at the same time, and then he doesn't only play... I think he only has those 2 factories, right? He's on so few production facilities, and he really goes into mass air than anything else. Now this is a late scout. He needs to evacuate this command center. Command center, run. Don't only lift, run. There we go. And look at these tanks, man. Look at these guys. They stimmed in, they tried to kill this tank, but this guy here, he is creating the value. Now this command center is gonna die. Kudos to Cure here. Utilizing that to create effect. Now we only have 1 extra CC. But Gumiho can just reproduce this on location if he wants to. He's already producing 2 more over here, so... This is going late, ladies and gentlemen. Or lady and gentlemen. These guys can probably do something. They can create a little bit of an effort. Now, 2 battlecruisers going into Thors now? He wants to keep that air superiority. He's like, alright, if you make a Viking flower now, I can make Thors. And my Thors are gonna have +2. Oh, god. He's creating so many static defenses here. I mean, if he splits this, he's gonna be so much more efficient. Even though the efficiency does not look like it is currently, he's still gonna be way more efficient in the long run. And if he splits this map correctly, I mean, he's almost already at all of his mining areas. And Cure is the same. He needs like one base. This map is quite splittable, so the mech player should have the edge, right? Uh-oh, I see something happening over here. Oh wait, where's your +3 ship weapons, please? Gumiho. Start it. There we go. Ooh! Tank gets another tank. Battlecruiser's rallying across the top here. What to find? Yeah, this base is exposed, man. 1 Yamato, 2, 3 Yamato on the orbital. You can snipe the orbital even. That would be a great snipe, even though there's a command center next to it. Whatever, you can snipe an orbital, man. It's gonna be worth it, kind of for free. Oh, those Thor are not in the AoE mode, the explosive payload, but they're on the whatever super strong single target payload mode. And Gumi is going into the main. Oh, if he could snipe that armory, man. He sees the armory spinning. Please, please, please do it. Yes! Oh, yes! Oh, denied! +3 ship weapons. That's a big snipe. He's gonna walk into those Vikings and he's gonna kill. That was a bit of a mistake. Should have only teleported that one. But he was a panic teleport because he didn't want to lose this one. Now Vikings are coming in. That's so weird. What is he doing, man? Gumiho. I think he wants to take this base. I think if Gumiho sees now this area is not taken, kind of wants to make a stand here. Now Kyo is sending a few units down here. It's gonna lose that medevac, yeah. And the Marauder is gonna walk into turrets and through 2 Thors. But the tank is gonna kill it first. Now finally we see more factories come in and we see smart servos and blue flame, so he wants to utilize some of that mineral bank for Hellions or Hellbats. They should change Thors to Gummies. It's like Gummy's been playing some Brood War already at Master. Yeah, it feels like Brood War, right? It's really cool. I mean, the Viking wasn't there in Brood War, so that is a different edition. And it's a kill, but it baits all of the Vikings. Oh! And it's a kill. Wait, who is doing this? This is the one. Gumi is doing this. He's making a turret line in the middle of the map. With sensor turrets. He's even bringing sensor turrets. He's just roaming the middle of the map and he's gonna take these 2 bases and then he's gonna be like, it's your problem, win the game. Go comment me, bro. Oh my god. Is this not Brood War? This is Brood War. Maybe he played Brood War against StarCraft 1, like StarCraft Evo. By the way, Evo is gonna have a tournament, I think tomorrow or in 2 days. So I'm hoping for a good lineup. If the players who actually are kind of written down in Shalongs are actually playing tomorrow, then there's gonna be some good matches. There were some very decent players in there. Now that's gonna be a snipe on that command center and he's gonna run away. Now Liberators is a smart choice. If he can get that engagement on the Vikings, he's gonna wreck those. Oh man, Viking DPS against mechanical structures, it's insane. Now he's gonna snipe those in the air. He's gonna snipe 3 command centers here. That's a big move. Oh my god, no, these Liberators are gonna siege. Not sure if that's the correct move. He's gonna snipe all of that ground force? Okay, maybe, yeah. Gonna snipe the Thors, snipe the tanks. That does mean there's no chance in holding this one. I think you can just overrun this. Liberators, man, they are very powerful. The AoE is extremely strong. If you have so many, they do 14 damage AoE. It's really, really strong. He has like, what, 10 Liberators, but if he does not, if he gets a hit, look at this. Oh, he didn't. He pulls back. Can't believe it, man. He's gonna snipe those tanks. Can he make this army work? But I feel like if all of the Vikings die, then Gumiho has a good shot at just winning with the Battlecruisers, right? The Vikings are landed. This is where you are gonna struggle to utilize these Liberators. Because you can kind of walk away. He's gonna kill another base. He's gonna lose it to the Bio though. It's still not good against Bio. Now what is Gumiho making? He's making Cyclones. That might be a smart choice. And 3 starports. Gumiho is insane. He kills more and more bases. Yeah, Kyo is running out of steam. He's running out of supply. He's at 120 open supply only. That's insane. He was relying so much on those orbitals for supply. Now these battlecruisers need to teleport out here in a little bit. There we go. You need those ravens now. Now, oh my god. Since you have the air superiority, he needs those ravens. This is such a smart move. And he has the Cyclones here to kind of get that retake, redamage on the air units. Now he can go in and can kill this base. And he knows all the Vikings are out of position. They're trying to come in now, but yeah. He's like, maybe I'm a little bit too slow. Gonna go away from that position, but Gumiho, man. Let's have a look at the efficiency. It's starting to go there. Kyo is looking so far behind. And he's making what? Bio units. What are you gonna do with Marines? He never restarted that +3 ship weapon, by the way. Now, Gumiho does not see this. Definitely a mistake not sitting one guy in that bush. But yeah, Cyclones down here are gonna kill everything and they're gonna kill the base, and that's gonna be 1 base less. No tanks in position to help this planetary. Doesn't even have tanks still. It's only 1 and he's quite far away. Now he's trying to utilize Cyclones to be a little bit more mobile here, but if he can bring 1 or... I mean, he can just overwhelm this, I feel like. He's gonna snipe the tank so fast. There we go. He's still, man, that tank trading against Cyclones is insane. This is a really good TVT, man. But, I mean, Gumiho should never lose this unless he just stupidly loses the army, because the army is bigger here. Or, oh my god, didn't even see this. It's 9 battlecruisers. The army is bigger for Kyo. But in the end, if Gumiho just walks in with battlecruiser Cyclone, he should be able to just kill the army. Now he's gonna run in with Cyclone, he's gonna kill all the buildings, and if Kyo comes... Oh my god, Kyo! That's a big mistake! No! Losing any air unit is so painful! Ah! I mean, the ground army is gonna get killed by this BC. Look at that. Oh, yes! And now try to run where Kyo's like, oh my god! Oh my god! Battlecruiser! Operational! Gumiho takes the game. That was so cool. That was so cool. He played that literally like StarCraft Brood War. And it worked. That was really, really cool.